स्वाध्याय टीवी। डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी।
Namaste. Welcome again in the series of lecture regarding the subject of cost accounting. The topic is going on, that is contract costing. In the last sessions we discussed regarding the contract costing, a basic understanding of the contract account as well as how the contract account characteristics were actually helpful to prepare the contract account. And then we started the explanation of the different type of expenditures are going to record in the contract account. So far the expenditures are concerned, we discussed two expenditures, one is material and the second is labor. How the material expenditures are supposed to recorded in the contract account as well as the wages, labor, directly expenditures incurred for the process involvement expenditures, which is called labor, wages, employees remunerations or something like that. So how these expenditures are supposed to record in the contract account, that we already discussed. Now moving to the next part of an expense, and that is plant and machinery. How the plant and machinery is to be going to record in the books of accounts, which is very useful in contract account, because of there are versatility of the informations regarding the plant of machineries, whether the plant of machineries has been purchased only precise for the contract account, that is a vast thing. Second, maybe the plant of machineries has been purchased in general, maybe the plant and machinery has been purchased for 2 or 3 different type of contract accounts, maybe the special type of plan has been purchased for the contract account. So all in this type of plant and machinery, how it would be recorded in case of a contract account, then that is we need to discuss. Let's see the expenses of contract, that is one of the expenditures related to a plant and machinery. Under that, the first point is, if in case of the machinery's full value has been charged to contract account, what are the main important things need to discuss. See here, the first of all we need to identify whether the which type of machinery has been required precisely for the contract account, that's a first thing. Second, whatever the machinery has been purchased for the plant and machinery, we need to identify this plant and machinery is only to be utilized in this particular contract account or not. The third important thing is, any type of plant and machinery which is actually recorded in the books of accounts, there are two methods. One, either maybe only depreciation has been charged for the particular period, or the second option is you can identify the full value of a plant and machinery has been recorded in the respected account, and at the end of the year or at the end of the particular period we find out the closing value of the plant and machinery, which is to be recorded on the other side of contract account. So ultimately the net value of the usage of plant and machinery has been recorded in the contract account. So these are the methods. Now we will start with the first method, that is the full value of plant and machinery has been charged to the contract account. In this case, what they are supposed to do, in case of this, the company purchase a plant and machinery for the particular contract, has been recorded and debited the full value of plant and machinery in the same contract account. At the end of the usage of plant and machinery, they charge the depreciation on plant and machinery, deduct the depreciated value on the plant and machineries, and find out the balance value of the plant and machinery, which will be recorded in the contract account credit side. So what are the net effect of this particular transaction? The net effect of this transaction is only depreciation has been affected to the contract account. How? Let us an example. Suppose there is a 10,000 rupees of plant purchase for the particular contract at the beginning of the year, or the beginning of the first date of this year, and 10% depreciation value has been charged on this plant and machinery. So now 10,000 rupees is a value of a machinery, which is the full value of this machinery. Now start the recorded this transaction in the books of accounts. This is usage for the contract account. So now what will be the possibilities? It is purchase for contract account, so it will be debited to the contract account, and it is a purchase of plant and machinery, so plant and machinery would be credited. Or if it is purchase on case basis or bank or check basis, so then the contract account debited to cash and bank account. posting in the contract account debit side to cash and bank bracket plant and machinery rupees 10,000 rupees, that is the full value of plant and machinery has been recorded. Now, at the end of the year, or maybe we can say the last date of the particular year, the contract is still going on, but usage of this plant and machinery we need to identify the how much percent of the contract account is used of the particular plant and machinery. Now, what we do, we need to do it, we need to identify the closing value of the plant and machinery and usage of this plant and machinery for this contract account. So, we charge the depreciation value of this particular plant. So, 10% depreciation will be charged on the beginning value of the plant, that is 10,000 rupees, which comes to 1,000 rupees. So, 10,000 rupees is an opening value, 1,000 rupees it is a depreciation value of the usage year period, minus from the 10,000 rupees, the closing value of the plant is 9,000 rupees. So, this 9,000 rupees closing value of the plant will be recorded in the plant and machinery account credit side, and that is by a part of a plant and machinery accounts or a part of a contract account which is credited. So, in that sense, the closing value of the plant and machinery recorded in the contract account at the end of this value, the net effect of the contract account reflect. How it is reflect? Opening value is recorded on the debit side, that is 10,000 rupees. Closing value is going to record on the credit side, that is 9,000 rupees. So, in that sense, the net value of usage of plant and machinery is recorded in the contract account is rupees 1,000. So, that is the first method. See the another method how the second method would be reflected. The second method is the only depreciation charge to contract account. In that case, the same example, the 10,000 rupees of plant purchase and 10% depreciation has been charged on this plant, the 1,000 rupees depreciation of the usage period of plant, instead of the 10,000 and 9,000 rupees record on the debit side and credit side, they charge 1,000 rupees precisely in contract account. So, it means that the amount of usage of the plant and machinery will be recorded in the books of account, which is a second method of recording plant and machinery in the books of accounts. In this regard, the only depreciation will be charged in the books of accounts and it will be debited to the contract account for the usage period of a plant and machinery. This is the second method. Now, the another important part, in case of a special plant is purchased precisely for the respected contract only. It means that the company need to identify the which type of plant is required for the respected contract and they purchase for this contract only. So, it means that after the completion of this contract, this special plant will not be used for any other contract only. So, what will be the possibilities? The possibilities is the purchase of the special plant will be utilized for this contract. They recorded at the time of purchasing a particular plant in the contract account debit side. Every time, every period or at the end of the respected period, they find out the closing value of the plant will be transferred into the preceding contract account. Again charge the depreciation on the same special plant, find out the closing value of the same particular period of plant, and at the time of a finishing contract, they find out the closing value of plant, but that cannot be transferred to any other contract. Then what would be the other possibility? The possibility number one, either maybe they are going to sale of this plant, that is the first thing. Second, at the end of this particular contract, maybe the particular special plant will be no further usage. So, it will be went into the scrap only. So, they need to find out the scrap value of the plant. So, this way the whole transactions may be possible to identify. The which type of transactions are going to occur in case of a special plant comes into the business or comes into the contract account. Here we just identified the few important points. The first is it is specially bought for this contract only. So, we need to identify the contract amount and will be recorded into the particular contract only, as it is clearly mentioned that which is not useful for any other contract, which I already mentioned. The second important point is the capital cost of the plant would be debited to the contract account. So, it means the contract plant and machinery's value will be debited to the contract account. Then the third important thing is we need to identify the how much amount of the value of the plant and what amount of depreciation will be charged on this contract on this particular plant. So, we need to identify the how much amount will be carry forward in the preceding contracts if the contract is furtherly going on, if it is not closed. then need to identify at the end of the contract whether the plant has a still value to utilize further, or maybe the plant is actually identified for only scrap value. So in this regards, there are certain transactions are coming. First is the full value of the special plant would be debited to the contract account, cost price. Second, depreciation amount will be charged indirectly. How it would be indirectly charged? So we need to find out the closing value of the plant, special plant, at the end of the specific period, would be recorded in the contract account credit side. So automatically the depreciated value will be affected to the contract account. Then the next year the plant and machinery will be brought forward into contract account debit side again. Again at the end of the year we need to find out the depreciation value for the respected contract, if still the contract is going on. But in case of if the contract is over in the next year, then they need to find out whether the contract value or the plant and machinery's value is still remaining and there is some further usage is possible, then they are going to sell off this plant. Now there are two possibilities, whether the plant and machinery has been sold out in a profit or a loss. In case of if it is sale out in a profit, then the profit has to be transferred to the costing profit and loss account and contract account would be credited. In case of if a loss, then the contract profit and loss account would be debited. In case of the contract account is debit. So now in case of profit or loss of the respected special plant sold out would be also affected to the contract account, and there would be some general entries. There are some general entries in case of all this transaction. Suppose if the plant and machinery is remaining only scrap value, then the scrap value realization is also need to shown in the contract account. So these are the possible transactions. See the general entries in case of if it is mentioned here in this particular presentation, and we have a few amount of special plant general entries. In case of a profit, the contract account debited to P&L account, that is the one possibilities. In case of a loss of sale of plant, then the profit and loss account debited to contract account. So these are the two possibilities in case of a special plant is about to sell off. Now see another method in case of a special plant we already understand. Now in case of a common or general plant. Common or general plant means the plant or machinery purchase not only precisely for the particular plant, but it may be, or the company is actually having a lot number of contracts, and this machinery would be utilized for all the contracts. So that means the plant and machinery has been purchased not precisely for one contract, but it is purchased for common. So n number of contracts, the same machinery will be utilized. That's the first thing. Second thing is they need to identify the how much period this common plant has been used for the respected contract only. So on the basis of that, they need to find out the depreciation value for the respected contract. Then they need to find out the how long this plant will be used for the number of contracts. That is also very important. And again the same question in case of profit or loss at the time of the selling of this particular plant, what would be the possibilities of this case. So again in the same situation, the profit or loss general entry would be remain same in case of the plant will be sold out. In case of profit, the contract account would be debited. In case of loss, contract account would be credited. But the remaining 3 points are very important. The contract, this particular plant will not be used only for the precise contract, but it will be used for the, all the contracts. The another important thing is the contract, this plant and machinery has not been purchased precisely for this contract, so cost price will not be recorded in this precisely in the one contract. Only the depreciation value would be recorded in the respected contract only on the basis of the usage of the plant and machinery precisely for the respected contract. So this is the way to actually differentiate in case of a special plant or a common plant. So we need to identify how this plant has been utilized in a different contract, whether it will be charged fully to the respected contract, maybe only depreciation value will be charged to the respected contract. In case of a special plant purchase for the particular contract, then how it would be affected. In case of a common plant purchase in the company, and which will be utilized for all the different contracts, how it would be recorded to the contract account. Now the another question in this plant and machinery is that suppose in case of the plant and machinery has been stolen from the different sites, or different contracts, then how it would be recorded. Suppose in case of if it is stolen, then the first question raise it whether it is insured or not. Or suppose if it is insured, then the insurance company will pay some compensation against this stolen or not. The second important thing is if it is not insured. If it is not insured, then what would be the other possibilities. So, how the transaction will comes into the picture in case of if the plant and machinery has been stolen from the particular site or maybe from the contract. The first is the plant actually is stolen from this particular site. The insurance if it in case of insured, then the insurance company will accept a claim. So, we will receive the some amount from insurance company. The difference value after the depreciation value, the difference value of the plant will be considered either maybe a loss or profit. 99.99% most probably the insurance company will not accept the exact amount of the plant's value. So, in case of the difference value comes in the minus negative, so it always comes in the loss. So, the loss will be also recorded in the contract account and the remaining amount will be credited to the contract account. So, in that case the contract account would be credit. In case of the insurance company is not suppose if the plant has not been insured, then the whole amount will be considered as a part of loss. So, how the transactions would be recorded, just will see and identify the things to be resolved. So, the thing is the loss on machine destroyed or in case of the stolen, a general machine sent to site of the contract may be destroyed by fire or other accident, that is a possibility. Stolen is missing here, but you can add it the stolen also. So, in case of destroyed by fire or other accident or may be stolen, it is considered purely an abnormal loss and it is credited to the contract account. In case of a machine is insured, then insurance company will actually compensate the amount of particular plant and machineries, and the remaining amount will be considered as a loss on a machine destroyed, or maybe if it is excess value it would be considered a profit. But 90, as I said, most probably the profitability question would not be rise in case of a destroyed of plant or a stolen of plant. The another important thing is the profit or loss on a special machine, which is already discussed earlier, how it would be recorded. Profit and loss of such plant is belong to the contract account only, or it can be transferred ultimately in the contract account itself only. That cannot be transferred to the profit and loss account because of this is precisely purchased for the respected contract only. In case of it is a common or general plant, then it definitely transferred to the profit and loss account. But if it is purchased precisely for the respected contract only, then the profit or loss cannot be transferred to the profit and loss account. It would be remains for the contract account only. This is the way to find out the other part of an expenses. Now, see other expenditures of the contract account. Other expenses, or it's like another indirect expenses. See here, machinery, that's a one expense, plant machinery it's an expense, material is the second expense, and wages is a third expense. These are the elements of cost, or which you can say the part of the two major expenditures are already incurred. Now, other direct expenses, it does not mean the contract account is having only this type of expenses. Contract account is having the other type of direct expenses also, which incurred on a direct basis. See, suppose if one company is actually constructed one building. So, in case of a construction of a building, the material purchase is a one expense which is already recorded. Labor employees expenditures, labor cost is also the second expenditures. Plant and machinery is paid, that is the one type of expenditures. Now, the other direct expenses, like you need to have some plumbing work, you need to have some tiles fitting work, you need to have some electrifications of work. So, these are the other expenditures, and for that you might have some other type of contracts with the other agencies, which they are providing services to give such type of services, which are also a part of direct expenses. So, in case of an architect fees, you are actually having an architecture who is going to give us some designs and some completion of the work and other certificates. So, the architect fees is also a direct expenses. you paid the expenditures for other subcontracts, which is also considered direct expenses. So these are the expenses is also recorded in a contract account, and we need to identify the such type of direct expenses and recorded in the contract account. See here the which type of direct expenses is recorded in the contract account, which is actually mentioned in this presentation. There are certain expenses which can be charged directly to the contract: architect fees, subcontract expenses, which I already mentioned, subcontract like plumbing contract, electrification contract, tiles fitting contract. So these are the other type of subcontract expenses need to record it in the contract account, and such type of expenses always debited to the contract account. As we already discussed, all expenditures are recording on a debit side. Now indirect expenses. Such indirect expenses which we can easily identify. Indirect expenses, administrative offices there, where you are paying some administrative workers salaries, their electricity expenditures, their postages expenditures, their stationery expenditures, their power and electricity expenses, their consumption of oil, petrol, diesel expenditures, once they are actually having some interactions with the site on-site staff members and office staff members. So this type of expenditures are incurred in the contract account, but these are the indirect expenditures which is not directly affected to the particular contract. Or in case of any type of office expenditures or administrative expenditures, indirect expenditures are also a part of contract account, but that we need to identify the how much proportion of the expenditures are incurred for the precisely of this particular contract account, and on the basis of the certain proportion which will be debited to the respected contract account. So the proportion of the certain indirect expenses, identified it and recorded into the contract account. Again it will be recorded in the contract account debit side. This is what I want to explain all the expenditures of the contract account so far. All the expenditures regarding the contract account has been recorded in the contract account debit side. Then the second part is the what will be credit item, which are the credit items and how the credit items would be recorded. One is the contract price. It's a biggest credit item which will be earned from the person who is actually a contractee, who is given a contract to us. So the contractee will offer some amount of contract price will be always a credit item, and along with that, if the closing value of a plant, materials and other values, which is also necessary to record in the contract account credit side. And at the end of this, close the contract account and find out the profitability. Or if it is the contract is still on, it is not completed, then the value of the balance will be identified and carry forward into the contract account. In that case, there are few other terminologies is also raised, like a work certified, work uncertified, work in progress, how the payment has been made on the basis of a certain completion of the contract. The payment will be defined, that we need to discuss in the part of this. But before that, I need to tell you how the contract account is prepared. So the format of contract account is just see. The format of contract account is like this. As we already discussed in the past part, all the expenditures are supposed to record in the contract account debit side, like material expenditures, then material supply from the stores department, maybe material purchase from the vendors, maybe direct wages to be paid to the employees, plant and machineries expenditures, other indirect expenditures, other direct expenditures like architect fees, subcontract expenditures, other indirect expenses like administrative expenses, office expenses, supervision expenditures. So these expenditures are supposed to record in the contract account debit side. Credit item like the material returned to the stores, then loss due to the plant destroy, loss due to the plant stolen, loss due to the material stolen, then amount received from the insurance company, and at last the main important item of the credit side of contract account is contract price. The contract price will be recorded in the contract account credit side. You can write the contractee also, because of ultimately the contract price will received from the contractee to the contractor. So this is what the format of a contract account, and prepare the format of a contract account. So we need to discuss before the problem start, at least how the expenditures are to be justified, how the expenditures can be identified, the specially indirect expenses, those who are actually not directly incurred for the contract account, and the contract account will be prepared. And at last we need to find out the profitability of the contract account. So this is what I want to explain regarding the contract account. Before I start the problems discuss, how the contract expenditures to be identified and recorded in the respected contract account. This is what I want to tell you in this session of a contract account. That's it. We'll discuss the next time how the work in progress, work certified, work uncertified, then the payment of contract price and other things we'll discuss in the next lecture, along with the problems also. Thank you very much.
स्वाध्याय टीवी